Hello friend, kindly subscribe to this channel DH Media GH. Like this video, drop a comment on it, and enjoy every moment of it. May God bless your efforts. Great gratitude. Today's question is, outline the 7 groups of techniques used in entomology. Outline the 7 groups of techniques used in entomology. Ladies and gentlemen, entomologists use various techniques to study, collect, identify, and analyze insects. These techniques help in research, pest management, disease control, biodiversity assessment, and forensic investigations. The 7 key group of techniques used in entomology are 1. Insect collection techniques. 2. Preservation and mounting techniques. 3. Identification techniques. 4. Behavioral and ecological study techniques. 5. Pest and disease control techniques. 6. Forensic entomology techniques. And 7. Molecular and genetic techniques. Number 1. Insect collection techniques. Entomologists use different methods to capture and study insects in various habitats. These include A. Sweep netting, that is, using a net to sweep through vegetation to collect flying or resting insects. B. Pitfall traps. These are small containers placed in the ground to trap crawling insects like beetles. C. Light traps, which use UV or white light to attract nocturnal insects like moths and mosquitoes. D. Malaise traps. These are large tent-like structures used to trap flying insects over time. E. Yellow pan traps. These are shallow trays with water or oil that attract and trap insects using color attraction. F. Aspirators or pouters. These are handheld devices used to suck up small insects in a gentle manner for entomological study. And G. The release funnel. This equipment is used to extract insects from soil or leaf litter with the help of heat and light. Number 2. Preservation and mounting techniques. Collected insects must be properly preserved for identification and study. These techniques include A. Dry preservation or pinning. Larger insects, for example, butterflies and beetles, are pinned through the thorax for display and study. B. Wet preservation. Small or soft-bodied insects, for example, larvae and adult mosquitoes, are stored in ethanol and or formalin. Slide mounting. Tiny specimens like mites and mosquito larvae are mounted on glass slides for microscopic examination. And D. Freezing. Some specimens are stored in freezers to prevent decomposition. Number 3. Identification techniques. Entomologists use physical and genetic methods to identify insect species. I repeat, entomologists use physical and genetic methods to identify insect species. Such methods include A. morphological identification method, which uses insect keys, manuals, and microscopes to study body structures. B. DNA barcoding. This method uses genetic sequencing to identify insect species based on their DNA. And C. Electron microscopy. This technique is used to produce high-resolution imaging for detailed examination of insect structures. Number 4. Behavioral and ecological study techniques. These techniques help study insect behavior, movement, and interactions with the biotic and abiotic environment. They include A. Mark Release Recapture (MRR). Through this method, insects are marked, released, and recaptured later to study their movement and population size. B. Camera traps. This involves the use of cameras to record insect activity in their natural habitat. C. Olfactometry. This method studies insect response to smells, for example, pheromones and plant scents. And D. Electrophysiology, EAG or SSR. This technique measures insect sensory responses to environmental stimuli. Number 5. Pest and disease control techniques. Entomologists develop strategies to control harmful insects. These techniques include A. Integrated Pest Management, IPM, which involves the use of biological, cultural, mechanical, and chemical methods to control pests. B. Insecticide bioassays, which are used to test the effectiveness of pesticides on the insects. C. Sterile insect technique or SIT, which involves releasing sterilized insects to reduce pest populations. And D. Biological control, which involves the introduction of natural enemies like parasitoids or predators to control pests. Number 6. Forensic entomology techniques. These techniques are used to estimate the time of death and solve criminal cases using insects evidence. These methods include succession studies, which determine insect species present on decomposing bodies. The forensic techniques also include temperature and developmental models. These use insect growth rate to estimate the postmortem interval, PMI. And number 7, molecular and genetic techniques that are used in research on insect genetics, evolution, and disease transmission. They include A. Polymerase chain reaction, which amplifies insects' DNA for genetic studies. B. Genome sequencing technique, which deciphers insects' genetic makeup for research. And C. CRISPR gene editing, which modifies insect genes to control pest populations or disease transmission. In conclusion, entomology uses field, laboratory, ecological, molecular, and forensic techniques to study insects. These techniques are crucial for biodiversity research, pest management, disease control, and forensic investigations. I am Daniel Hayford. See you in another question and answer session. Enjoy your studies.